Gaffer, what did the squad take from the last block of fixtures heading into this international break and the next run of fixtures?
Confidence, I think, is probably the biggest thing. I think particularly the week where we managed to pick up 9 points against the likes of Sunderland, Leeds, Middlesbrough, 3 teams who have been very good this season, who are very good at this level, and who I think most teams would expect to be up at the top end of the table. So I think what it does show is what we're capable of doing. I think that to keep as many clean sheets as we've done and to make sure that we've went, I think, 5 games now undefeated at this level, I think is good. So yeah, I think that we're getting into this niche back to James with a lot of confidence. We've got good strength and depth now. I think we've got some guys who currently are on the team but are really hungry to play and have got good qualities. I think that we've now got a really settled pattern the way that we want to play in and out of possession. I think we've got a good understanding tactically what that sort of requires. And I just think we've got good quality. We've got some really good players in the building. I think that they're now starting to understand each other. I think their relationships and sort of camaraderie and that type of things all starting to come together.
Festive period brings high volume of matches in a short period of time. What opportunity does that present? I
think it presents an opportunity for the squad to get minutes, the squad to get game time. I think it's going to be extremely difficult for any set of 11 or even 12, 13 players to go and rattle out 10 games between now and I think Christmas. So there's going to be moments where we're going to have to freshen the team up. There's going to be moments where that'll be natural for us in the fact we've picked up a suspension or an injury or something along those lines. But I think that the squad depth and strength is going to be tested in this spell. So I think for us, I think everybody's looking forward to that.
You mentioned looking forward to it, challenges and opportunities it presents. Do you enjoy this time of year?
I like when you've got your players fit and this time of year comes round. That's the one thing I will say. I've had this sort of shoe on the other foot, shall we say, and the fact that you're getting into games and you've got a sparse squad and you're trying to, how do you put it together and how do you give yourself the best chance. But I've also had it where you've got a really good, strong squad. They're all available, they're ready to go and they're chomping at the bit to get into the team. And I feel as if we're not far away from that at the moment, so I'm really pleased with that. We approach it game by game because there'll be things that will naturally crop up within those games that we haven't accounted for, whether it be an injury, a suspension, a loss of form, whatever that may be. So I think that obviously the lads that were all involved in the last 5 games have done really well, but this next 10 game spell is really going to work us up towards January, which is going to be a vital month for every team in the league to see if there's any business that you would do for your club. And more importantly, you're getting into that second half of the season, and I think if you can really kick into gear then, you give yourself a great opportunity.
During the break, Jack Bonham signed a 1-year contract extension. What's your assessment of Jack's contribution in your time at the club, and where do you think his game's at currently?
I think with Jack, he's always available. He's a great lad, he's a very good goalkeeper. I think that his game's come on to another level in the last sort of batch of games that he's had. He's made some really crucial saves for us in those spells, and I think he's contributed a lot to the clean sheets that we've had. So for me, Jack was always one that when we gave him his contract initially in the summer, we did have a chat with him saying, listen, we do want to extend. However, we've got that much work to be done in the window that we need to get that done to see where it sort of gets us to, and then what we can do is come and revisit your current situation. So we were true to our word, and Jack loves it here. He wants to be here, he wants to play here, and like I say, he's always available and he's a very good goalkeeper. So, and at the moment, he's doing great in goals for us. So I think we're all delighted. I think he's delighted, and the deals are nice deals where everybody feels as if they're getting a little bit of sugar, shall we say, and it's a good deal.
Jack's one of the lads that's been here over the last week or two. Obviously, you've had a handful of lads away on international duty. One of them, junior Mmaee, made his first cap for Cameroon. What sort of achievement's that?
Brilliant. Excellent. The fact that he started the games. I think what it does show you is the impression he's obviously made since he's been over there. I don't know if that was originally the plan or they've just watched him when he's come in the building and thought we need to get this guy into the team. So for him, great achievement. For us, excellent. It gets his profile up as well. He's been a bit unfortunate in terms of we've had Kiana, who I think's been in good form. We've got Gucci there as well, who's obviously knows how to do that role and's played well in the games that he's played in. So it's been sort of a really difficult position for any young player to try and work his way into. But we believe that Junior's got a great sort of career and future ahead of him, and I think that the the fact that he's went there and played both games, I think it's a great achievement for him, but hopefully should sort of stand him in good stead going forward.
You mentioned earlier about the importance of squad depth. You had Ben Wilmot, Tyrese, Campbell, Lewis Baker were out heading into the break. Is there any update on those guys? Where are they at?
Yeah, Ben's obviously a bit further behind than the rest. Lewis and Ty have been on the grass training with the squad. Lewis is probably needing maybe more minutes. You know, I think he's only done 45 minutes. He's come back for a considerable knee injury. You know, it kept him out for over 4 months. Tyrese Campbell hasn't been out as long as that and has been training with the squad. So, yeah, I don't think he'll be too far away.
And this weekend it's Blackburn at the Bet365 Stadium. You've spoken about the diverse nature of games in the Championship. So what sort of challenge do Blackburn present?
They're full throttle in terms of how they play, in possession, out of possession. I've watched a lot of their games this year. I've probably seen them about 8 or 9 times. But I really like watching them. You know, I think they're a young, enthusiastic, sort of hungry team that covers the ground. And they've got some good quality in there as well. So I think it's going to make for a really entertaining game. You know, I thought the last year's game against them at our place, the 3-2 game, was a good game. And I think that obviously they're probably more settled now than what they were at that stage as a squad, because they haven't had a lot of changes, whereas we have certainly had a lot of changes since that point. So, but yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting game.